Hello everyone, Dr. T here. In this presentation, I will briefly talk about social media myths. But first, there's one caveat. Social media is still too young. As academics, we like to talk about generalizable theories that help others explain and predict phenomena. Now, social media has not been around long enough to develop established theories. It is still evolving. It's like talking about internet marketing in the 80s and 90s. So whatever you hear about social media marketing, not only in this class but anywhere else, you should consider that this is an area that is still evolving. Now, I don't feel like the audience of this video really needs convincing that social media is here to stay, because most of you grew up in an era in which being connected is a norm. But just in case anyone has any doubts, I'll talk about social media myths. Also, to understand what something is, it helps to start with what that thing is not. First of all, social media is not a fad. Even if the technology is relatively new, it goes back to early 2000s, 2003, 2004, when earlier social media platforms such as MySpace, Second Life, or Facebook had started. The essence of social media is not new. The term social refers to needing companionship, and this is a very innate need. Whether you believe in creationism or evolution, as soon as there was a human being on this earth, the very next item on the agenda was to find a partner for the first one. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, after physiological and safety needs comes the need for love and belonging, right? Or remember the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. As soon as you are full and safe and alone in an island, you need someone or something to socialize. Wilson, the volleyball, played that role in the movie. So even if the technology changes, even if popular social media platforms are replaced with others, or change their algorithms, which they often do, our need to socialize has never changed and will never change. Plus, the most popular platforms are now established and do not change from year to year. According to Statista.com, Facebook has 240 million users in the United States as of July 2017. This popularity will not go away anytime soon. Another myth that we can mention is that social media is for the young, especially in the United States, where internet penetration is close to 80%. Majority of the population have access to social media. According to Pew Research, close to 60% of 50-plus-year-old customers are on social media. Also, when we are talking about generations, we should understand that we are talking about a moving target, and we should be forward-thinking. For instance, when the millennials were first introduced to the marketing world, we were talking about mostly teenagers. Today, most of the millennials are college students, are in the workforce. Therefore, considering the social media trends, it's safe to say that social media will continue to be an important tool to reach all demographic groups in the years to come. Third, I want to say a few things about the cost of social media. Is social media free? Think about it. The immediate first reaction is to say yes. At its face value, you don't pay Facebook or Twitter to open accounts. However, for a firm, it's still an investment. Firms need to hire professionals, lay out a strategy, determine objectives, monitor the success, and make adjustments along the way. So it's not free. Finally, I want to touch on the misconception that social media is too time consuming. This misconception is mostly based on the concept of social media addiction. At the individual level, sometimes we spend a little bit too much time on social media. For instance, I challenge you to check right now how long you spend on social media daily. If you are using an iPhone, you can check this by going to your battery settings and see how long you spend using various applications. Check it out, I'll wait. I'm going to admit that I was surprised to find out how long I spent on Twitter. For my wife, the most used application was Instagram. She was surprised too. The point is, sometimes we spend a little more time than we think on social media. For some, this becomes an addiction that interferes with their daily activities. This concern leads to the misconception that social media is too time consuming. However, for firms at a professional setting, social media use is different than individual use. Just like a professional athlete playing sports, social media usage for businesses is supposed to be much more structured and disciplined. To summarize, social media is not a fad, it's not going anywhere, it's not only for the young, it's not free. And finally, although all social media marketing practices take time, they are not necessarily more time consuming than other marketing activities.